Good morning. Happy Thursday. We have one more day left in this week, then you get a break. And of course, I'm going to be assigning your project today, our first persona project for this course. But please don't freak out. You have a lot of time. You have 2 weekends. It's not an excessive project, and hopefully, it's something that you'll be motivated to do. And you're going to also have built-in time during the week. Like, so today you'll get started on your brainstorming. Next week we've carved out an entire day to just devote to the project where we're not doing anything excessive. So I hope you're excited about it because I know I am. So if you click here at the bottom, I am giving you our PDF of instructions. The rubric is also attached. So this is your persona project. And it's going to be due Monday the 14th. So not this coming Monday, but a week after. So you have like about a week and a half to work through this. But ultimately, as we've kind of learned, excuse me, this week, a lot of us are influenced by our experiences, and those experiences are the ones that resonate with us, whether they're, turning points in our life, people that have made an impact on us. We all have particular occurrences that are what help influence our persona day to day, right? And that's also how we learn to adjust. So, as you can see in that second paragraph, okay, your assignment is to determine 3 significant milestones in your own life thus far and create a visual representation of that. And so, milestones can be a key life event, as you can see in number 1. It can be a particular person and maybe an experience with that person. It could be a meaningful place. For example, don't use your birth as a key event. We get that. We would not be existing without that. But something that has indefinitely shaped who you are, okay, in terms of like your beliefs, your values. So number 2 says the overall visual design of your representation needs to be consistent, interrelated, and metaphorical. So it says if you choose to represent your milestones in the form of an amusement park, right? This is just kind of an idea. Each milestone would need to be an attraction within that amusement park. It should be chronological, obviously, because things build upon each other. So your first milestone should be one that you've encountered earlier in your life, and therefore maybe either the focal point or maybe the first piece in your design. And then on the other hand, your most recent experience would be, the last piece in terms of it being chronological. So number 4, include your significant milestones project. You're going to have an essay that explains your design choice, right? And how you're choosing to visually represent that, and then explaining each milestone. Each individual event or milestone should be no less than a paragraph in length. That should detail and describe the actual experience as well as its impact. There should be also some connection to elements or qualities of your persona. One thing I would mention, this can be virtual, but I hope that you understand with PowerPoint slides, that design piece, you're still going to have to figure out this kind of metaphorical piece with slides, okay? And I'm not sure how that might work, but there's lots of different tools at your disposal, so we could discuss that at length. But I hope you understand this isn't just supposed to be like pictures on a slide, right? Because no matter how clever I am, metaphorically speaking, I'm not quite sure how that slide, even in chronological order, influences my persona, but that's just something I would consider. So it says, to summarize, basically your project will be submitted on Monday. So if it is a virtual project, meaning you use some sort of video or you did, some sort of graphic design piece or something, then that's fine. You'll upload that. But if it's not and it's physical, like you physically built something, you'll see in that third bullet point, you need to have some sort of photo proof of it, okay? And if you have certain details, you're probably going to want to take multiple pictures to depict certain details that are evident in your essay. Your essay should be MLA formatted. If you go to the Purdue OWL website and you find MLA information, they have the updated information. I wouldn't rely simply on EasyBib or Google Docs, just in case. And then in your essay, like it says, you're explaining or justifying the interrelated mode and design that you've chosen, and as well as the events themselves, and then their impact on your life, your persona, etc. Your rubric is here. This is kind of a range. So 50% of it is the visual representation, which is why I mentioned earlier, I'm not sure if slides is the best way to go unless you're kind of combining that with other virtual elements, just because, again, you really do have to justify the mode of design. So if you want in the A range, okay, look at the information described in the rubric. It's creative, unique, resourceful, both eye and imagination capturing, while chronologically representing the 3 required milestones. It has a consistent, interrelated, metaphorical mode of design. It cleverly captures spirit of each milestone and life's journey as a whole. Okay, so this should be a holistic project that has 3 particular elements that are related in some fashion visually. It's evident that much time and effort and thought have obviously been expended. Digital or photographic evidence is submitted on the due date prior to 11:59. So if you look at the kind of not so successful range, you can kind of go through that. And honestly, those are the descriptors that we're going to be using in the rubric. And then for your essay, similar fashion, okay? So 50% is the essay, 50% is the project itself. So for today, if I were you, I would just maybe start brainstorming, come up with a few ideas. You don't have to turn in any of that to me, but today's the day to kind of start percolating on some of that. That way you're not having to worry about doing an assignment and brainstorming or anything of that sort. Tomorrow, make sure you have access to your summer reading book. I'm not saying that you have to have read it, but have access to it, whether it's digital or from home, okay? So if you need to figure out how to, download it from the Sora app or Overdrive or the San Antonio Public Library, find that, because we're going to be working specifically with persona in our summer reading book tomorrow. Don't worry, there's nothing to turn in, but if you don't have access to it, you're going to start getting yourself a little bit behind. Okay, that's all for today, folks. We have one more day, and it's going to be a nice weekend. I hope that your workload is starting to simmer down, hopefully. But please feel free to reach out to me if you have questions, concerns, or if there's anything I can help you with. Okay, have a great Thursday, and we'll see you soon.